Hi, I'm Whistlejaw Willie, and I'm going to give ya the time of your life. A frightmare to remember, but don't get it twisted. I'll make it sweet and buttery. I'll make a delicious, sanguine beverage from your kidneys and use your bile as an exquisite herbal tea after my feast. So hang tight and enjoy this tasty, gruesome ride. Whistlejaw Willie, a courageous rodent who navigates the treacherous waters of the merciless sea. He always felt a connection to these waves, crashing into his homemade boat, a rhythm that bellows for him to leave this soul-haunting sea. His vessel, the Iron Titan, although built for rough journeys, creaks under the weight of its age. The storm booms, with streaks of lights in the sky. The wind screams a whisper in the darkest spots covered by fog. But it doesn't faze him. It somehow inspires him. It excites him, invigorates him, staring with a fierce look of bravery. Word around his town that this sea lingers with many forgotten souls, where one shouldn't go and just leave this place alone. Yet, his mind always wonders what's behind that twisted shimmer in the distance that pulls you in whenever you stare into its beating eye. And while Willie looks into this mysterious piercing flicker, a daunting feeling takes blunt hits at his chest. But he dismisses it. It's just another squall, like any other ordinary day. Calm. Stay calm, Willie. I'm scared. Easy and sturdy. Strong with no mercy. As the journey goes on, the sky begins to darken, not with clouds, but with something more sinister, like hell is bleeding out from the heavens above. A woman's trembling voice comes from behind him.
Willie!
He steals a look back. It's Millie Whistlejaw.
Look!
She points towards a beast of a wave, rolling towards them like they should savor their last moments together. Willie tells her to take refuge in the iron nest while he deals with this wave that has a terrible energy that twists the very elements of life. The water churns as Millie scrambles, and the boat shudders for its life. Willie stands firm at the helm, eyes locked onto the shimmer in the distance that seems to know him, as though the eye has been waiting for his arrival. Suddenly, the boat is pulled into a violent whirlpool. Millie screams as the abyss tries to gobble them up like a kid gorging down a cardamom rose cake. Willie's gaze hardens in an instant. Is the sea claiming them as it had claimed many before? His mind flashes to ancient stories of legends that speak of people being consumed by the sea and washed up on the shore with ghostly grey eyes of those random screams in the middle of the night when the waters are empty, but faint shadows creep along the horizon. But this nightmare was fleeting, disappearing as fast as it had come. There was no whirlpool, and the beast of a wave was as flat and smooth as silk, carrying the boat with a sense of ease and calm, although there is a sense of unsettling in the quiet air. Millie comes out from the iron nest, staring at the black waters that hold a strange reflection that isn't quite her, nor their surroundings. Echoes of voices call from beneath the depths. She turns to Willie,
I think we should turn back,
voicing in an anxious tone. He leans up against the helm, staring scant to the left and right to keep the boat more or less straight. We've come too far to turn back, Millie. Our only option is to see what's beyond that flicker.
But I'm scared, Willie.
She says, I'll always be by your side, Millie, so there's no need for a trembling heart, he declares. Willie feels a little off and asks Millie if she felt and saw the same as he did. She proclaims something slightly different, so he questions if he's really alive or if he's dead, pondering for ages, drifting towards the beating eye. And while he stares into the silent sky, the stars blink with a baleful gaze. Millie grabs hold of his collar and rattles him to wake.
Oh, Millie, what are you doing?
She tells him he wasn't responding, so she had to shake the living daylights out of him. But now that he waggles his head, she becomes hypnotized by the beating eye that presses into her like an evasive cold breeze.
Willie's dumbstruck. Millie!
He taps her on the forehead.
Are you in there?
But she snaps out of it and shoves him off, telling him to get a grip. She diverts her gaze over his shoulder, and he turns around. The shimmer and fog slowly breaks away, revealing an island that looms in the distance, shrouded in a weird mist that clings to it like a secret. They both quiver as a biting chill seeps into their bones. The eye, come hither, drawing them closer to the spine-chilling throne. The saw-tooth cliffs, silhouetted against the crimson hue in the sky, boast mouths that could swallow a ship. The trees with blackened spines and bent trunks seem like they've grown in agony. And no two are the same, just different horrors cut from the same cloth. Their branches reach, but don't touch, like they're screaming to save each other from the terrors of the island. Willie and Millie are thrusted forward, as though the island yanks the boat towards it. Now they are drifting far, far away into the distance. Now the birds chime in, heading towards the island, their wings jagged and wrong, like they have been stitched together from shadow and bone. Their wings oddly flutter, their songs a melodic cry of distant chirps. And when they glide in front of the moon, it darkens slightly with a disturbing edge that disappears the further they move away from the watcher of the night. Millie's breath grows shallow. The vibrant color drains from her face. She takes a step back, like the ground beneath her might break away. And when she speaks, her voice is a fragile whisper, reminiscent of someone losing themselves before the horrors even started. Willie stares at her with a profound sense of sadness, then turns to look at the island and frowns with an intense strength in his eyes. This charismatic character now has a different kind of darkness in his sight. Millie wants to turn back, but the boat keeps drifting forward. There's no turning back. It's made up its mind. The boat scrapes against the shore, knocking against the sign that reads Ghostmaw Island. The air is thick with a silence that listens back. The sand is black with a gooey consistency that doesn't smell like the sea. Willie steals a look back. The tide whispers a sinister in the breeze, while the shipwreck looms, forgotten relics of the past. In the murky water, with patches of a green gunky hue, something that wasn't there until they had arrived, or they just missed due to the tales of age and terror, of a place that feels frozen in time. Willie turns to Millie.
Millie, we have to go in.
She motions an unsteady nod and gulps the air that reeks of dread